right, good afternoon, everybody. If everyone could please take your seats. With this being for lunch, we know everybody's got busy schedules, so thank you very much for all being in here so quickly. Good afternoon. And if we could all, as a courtesy, if you would please put your cell phones on vibrate. Thank you. My name is Connie Hayden McPeak. I'm the Secretary Treasurer for the Mayor's Alliance for Persons with Disabilities. We've been in existence since 1986, and this is our 25th Awards Luncheon. So we really thank you all for taking the time to be out of your offices and here joining us to honor and recognize so many deserving people. If I could direct your attention to the doors straight behind us, please, we will have the Tampa Police Department Color Guard present the colors. If we could say the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In your program, it notes that the Reverend Father Bob Swick, who is a Dunedin Purple Heart commander, was going to give the invocation. However, he was called to officiate at a funeral for one of the local veterans. So I'm not going to try to speak for him, but I would like to offer this quote from Marion Wright Edelman as we pause for a moment of thoughtful contemplation. We must not, in trying to think about how we can make a big difference, ignore the small daily differences we can make, which, over time, add up to big differences that we often cannot foresee. Please enjoy your lunch. The program will start in just a few minutes.
Don't clap for me, clap for yourselves. You guys are the heroes. You inspire me every day. Let me introduce a couple of people that are here with us today, some fellow elected officials that I think all of you will recognize and know and hopefully appreciate for the great job that they're doing. I'll start with a very dear friend to the city of Tampa and Tallahassee, State Representative Betty Reed. Betty. Our great supervisor of elections, the guy that's going to make sure that all of us show up to vote. Craig Latimer. Craig, thanks for being here. And one of my colleagues in city government, one of our go-to guys at city council. He's done great work for the last 2.5 years. He's at large, which means he represents the entire city. Councilmember Mike Suarez. Mike, thanks. Did I miss any other elected officials? All right. The one other person that's important to a lot of you in this audience in terms of mobility and your ability to get places on time, in fashion, in style, is the director of Heartline, Philip Hale. Philip, stand. It's amazing that we're celebrating 25 years. I can almost remember, Jake, when this started. I started with Sandy Friedman in 1987, which was the year before this started, and this has been a long and very successful endeavor, certainly on the city side, and we are happy to be here with you and at the 25th anniversary. Just tells you how old I am. but this has been a great success, and we're proud to celebrate this with you. I get the opportunity today to do some awards for some very deserving people. The bios of the respective companies are in your program, so let me suggest to you, rather than listen to me read all of their attributes, that you take a look at the program and see some of the amazing work that they are doing. The first award that we will give out tonight, right, Connie? Right. Is the Employer of the Year Award. And I'm going to read the nominees. The first nominee is Lowe's Home Improvement, Andrew Fullington. Why don't you, as I call your name, just stand up so everyone can recognize the amazing job that you guys do. So if it's not Andrew that's here, who's ever here for Lowe's, stand up. That's a mayoral order.
I don't think so.
All right, they're not here. They're selling paint. Something I would not be familiar with. Publix, Kevin Wing and Jessica DeMott. Where's the Publix folks? All right. I hope. Gem Dry Cleaners, Annette Miller. All right. Did you send them the right date?
Yes.
Okay.
They're working.
All right, working. All right. Gulf Coast Enterprises, Mercy Miller. Mercy here? There we go. There we go. And USF Aramark, Joe Wigand. All right. And the winner, fortunately, they showed up. I guess that narrows it down. Is Gulf Coast Enterprises. Come on up. I'm glad you showed up.
We always make sure the winners are here.
These award pieces are done by Sunrise Community, Inc. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can we take a picture? Sure. Yeah. There we go. All right, congratulations. Thank you. All right, the next, yeah, there we go. The next award is for Excellence in Media Award. The nominees are, and again, please stand up if you're here, the Diversity Initiative. There we go. And the next one is the Autism Video Series. All right. And the winner is the Diversity Initiative. All right. The next award goes to the Outstanding Community Service Volunteer. The nominees are Lee Dittman and Keith Collins of Tampa Residential. I know my friend Keith is here. Where's Keith? There he is. Gail Matson of the Forest Hills Neighborhood Association. Where's Gail? Is Gail here? All right, Gail's on here. Dr. Ali Zenjarli of the University of Tampa. Jen Zarli. Where? Okay. Connie Blaney Henderson of Liberty Manor. Connie, you here?
She is.
Where is she? All right, and the winner is Connie Blaney Henderson. Okay.
I know it's noisy.
She's milking this one. Come on. Congratulations. Heather, where are you?
Connie.
All right, and the last, somebody who, for those of us who have been around for a while, knew very well, the Joe Sanchez Jr. Leadership Award. The nominees are Autism Friendly Business Initiative. Okay. Scott Owens of Service Source, Florida. Ann Wisner, retired from Hillsborough County Public Schools. John T.R. Howell of Florida Division of Vocational Rehabilitation. And last, certainly not least, somebody that all of us know, Ben Ritter. Ben. And the winner is Ben Ritter. This guy is an amazing advocate on behalf of our veterans. Has been since the day I've known him, and it's probably been 20 years, Ben? 25 years?
Not that long.
Yep.
1997.
Jeez. Good job, brother. All right. Good job. Good. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to introduce Eric? Okay. Yep. It's on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ben Ritter, the co-chairman of the Tampa Mayor's Alliance for for people with disabilities. Been here for many years, since 1997. Thank you all for coming. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce a gentleman from my home state of New Jersey who will be our keynote speaker, Mr. Eric LeGrand. But before Eric comes up on the podium, please turn your eyes towards the screen for a short video of Eric's life. Please push the button and let's start the video.
Eric LeGrand, 6'2", 275-pound junior from Avenel, New Jersey.
The weather was perfect for football. There was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Running down on the field and going down there to make a tackle in a big game, just like I've done hundreds of times before.
Oh, what a great open field hit by Eric LeGrand, who is shaken up on the play.
It felt like a flash grenade went off. Everything went silent in slow motion for a minute, and then all of a sudden I was on the ground. And I tried to get up and I couldn't move. And I was sitting there like, what's going on? I can't breathe right now. And then I just blacked out. And they explained the whole thing. You fractured your C3, C4 vertebrae, and you were paralyzed. So I'll never be able to come off the ventilator, never be able to eat solid foods, never be able to walk again. They told me I'll never be able to live a normal life. Almost 10% of my life has been in this chair.
Take his arm out of the harness.
You got an itch on your face, you just scratch it. Now I look, I'm like, I gotta call somebody. Basically, I'm fighting a war that I don't know what's gonna end. And that's the hardest thing right there.
go. Pull it back up towards me. Pull. Head back.
Eric LeGrand is on a mission to create a new life for himself. Faced with obstacles most would deem insurmountable, his notion of winning and losing has truly taken on a different meaning.
Push. Come on.
But where others might see despair, he sees hope. 2 years ago, Eric's life changed forever. And today, he is a new kind of warrior.
I really believe that this happened for a reason. I'm supposed to do great things with this situation.
Inspiring others everywhere and fighting for a future he can see just over the horizon.
Just see I'm defeating the odds and I'm breathing on my own, traveling all over the United States, doing just amazing things.
Shift right, left foot forward.
And I just got to keep on fighting, set standards high for many other people out there, and really make them believe in themselves too.
If we are lucky, if we have the courage and the strength, maybe we can embrace our destinies. Each day, Eric LeGrand fights beyond measure to embrace his, and there is one final battle he is determined to win.
And when I'm done with my time, it's over to inspire everybody, I believe I will walk again. And when I do rise from this chair, I'm gonna go back onto the field right where I got hurt. I'm gonna lay right back in that position and get up and walk off that field and say, I finished that play.
Oh wow, it's crazy. It's been a journey now. It's actually now 3 years. October 16th just passed by a few days ago. It's my 3-year anniversary of that play that you guys just saw. But I want to go through that whole thing again, that whole situation. As I said in the video, it was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We just tied the game versus Army. I wanted to make a big play for my team, and I was facing a double team the whole game. So as soon as they kicked the ball off, I was running down the field, and boom, I had 2 guys on me. And fortunate enough, I was able to get right through them that time. And I had about a 45-yard head start at the guy. And I was running full speed, and a lot of people don't know that. I had my head down for a reason because I thought I was going to hit him with my shoulder. I was lined up to hit him exactly with my shoulder. He was going to get hit in his chest. But one of my teammates actually beat me down there, and he tripped him up. So as soon as I lowered my head, thinking I was going to hit him in his chest, his body got twerked around a little bit, and his shoulder blade hit right on top of the crown of my head, which forced my neck down and, forced my paralysis now today. And, that whole situation, being there, the whole scariest part about it was not being able to breathe while I was laying on the ground. I really wasn't that scared of not moving. I thought I was just in a full body shock. My body would eventually come back. It was just a stinger. But not being able to breathe was just very scary. And I closed my eyes at one point. I thought that was going to be the end of me. But as soon as I closed my eyes, it just kind of like woke me back up because I couldn't breathe. So I was just like real anxious trying to get some air. As time went along, I did somehow catch a gasp of air when they lifted me up onto that stretcher. And then I tried to give a thumbs up to the crowd to let everyone know it's going to be okay. And nothing happened. And that's when I got a little bit more scared. Then I get over to the end of the end zone right before I go to the ambulance, and I see my mom, and she's hysterically crying. So I just wanted to let her know. I was just told her I was going to be okay, but it sounded like, I'm going to be okay. That's all you can that's all the air I can pretty much get out. And when they put me in the ambulance, they put the oxygen mask on my face. I'm thinking, like when you see on TV and movies, when they put the oxygen mask on, you could breathe, so it's breathing for you. And I went to take a deep breath again, and nothing happened. And I believe I freaked myself out so much that I passed out. And I really don't remember anything until Wednesday, and that happened on a Saturday. So when I woke up that Wednesday, I'll never forget just the posters surrounding my room with all of the positive messages. People like Joe Paterno. Raise it up a little bit. People like Joe Paterno, Bill Belichick, the New England coach, Andy Reid from the Philadelphia Eagles, now the Kansas City Chiefs coach. So many people just reaching out to me, wishing me well. And my whole life, I just wanted to be on SportsCenter. I just wanted to get on there somehow. And when I woke up, everyone was telling me, you're all over SportsCenter for this. And I was just like, oh, really? I didn't know the significance of my injury at the time. But, when I saw all those people coming in and visiting me and all the things that were going on, I was like, wow, this is truly great. I've really, so many people around the world have found out about me in this story. And then as time went along, my mom didn't tell me until a few months later that, the doctors, when they first came out, they told me that I fractured my C3, C4 vertebrae, that I'll probably never live a normal life again. I'll never come off a ventilator. I'll never eat solid foods, things like that. I didn't know that from the beginning, so when I saw that positive energy around me, I'm just like, all right, I just got to go to my rehab and, just try to get through this. I don't know how long it's going to take, but let me try to just get through this. And that was my initial statement. That's how I, was able to come off that ventilator in 5 weeks, because it was just terrible. Being able to eat solid foods right after that, being able to get that out of my stomach. So that initially, that positivity around me, all of my friends coming in, all my visitors, that really got me going and stepped me up. And once I started going through my therapy, things started coming back. Things started really going really well for me. I just kept on thanking God for everything that He was giving me, and I never looked down at the situation, because as I was up there in West Orange, New Jersey, I had to go to inpatient therapy for 5 months. I lived there, and I saw a lot of stuff that was very unfortunate. I met a lot of people there that just weren't in the same situation as me. I had lines of people coming to the door just to see me. I'll never forget when they told me that there was 80 people in the waiting room the day after my injury. And then when I got to Kessler, I realized some people, they don't have that. Some families, they fall back from each other, and it was sad to see. I want to tell you about my friend Jermaine. I met him while I was in inpatient therapy, and I was hanging out with him. He was a really cool guy, really cool. He unfortunately, one day, he was working at Newark Airport up in New Jersey, and he sat down one day to eat lunch and never got back up again. Come to find out that he had a cancerous tumor in his spine, which paralyzed him. If they would have operated on him, they would have to sever his spine. So he didn't go through it. He just went through the chemotherapy and everything. But as time went along at inpatient rehab, I noticed that no one was coming to visit him. No one would come see him. So, my family pretty much brought him in with us. He would come eat dinner, hang out with us. He had his uppers, so he would play the Xbox and stuff like that. I would talk junk to him while he was playing. And we were having a good time. And then, as I was getting ready to leave, he kept on getting worse and worse. I guess his cancer started spreading. And then eventually, after I left, come to find out about maybe a month later after I left, he ended up passing away. Because he had no support, no one there for him, no one there to do his laundry, things like that. And I realized, what do I truly have to complain about? I have the whole world supporting me. I have my mom, I have my family, I have my friends. The world, being a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now, and that's why I say to myself every morning when I get up, I read my Twitter, my Facebook, all the nice things people say to me, and I'm like, what do I have to complain about? I'm going here, I'm sitting in front of you today down here in Tampa with this beautiful weather, being able to talk to you. So many people don't have this platform, and I'm very blessed to have it, and that's why I try to share my positivity and my story with so many other people, because, I really believe that this did happen for a reason. I'm here to help so many other people out with my situation. I just share my positive attitude and what I believe in. And this is what leads me into what I'm pretty much doing nowadays, which is I'll be done with school. I'm graduating from Rutgers in December. But in the meantime, I also started my own foundation. Most of you guys probably will know in this audience, Christopher Reeve, who was the original Superman. Once he faced his paralyzing injury, he started a foundation with his wife, which took off. It went huge. But when he passed away, a lot of people forgot about people that were paralyzed. No one really had that platform to speak about it. And then once I got hurt, it was just a perfect opportunity this past spring to start my foundation with them. It's called Team LeGrand. You can go to teamlegrand.org to check out the website. But, it's to now spread that word that he started off, but also now find a cure for paralysis and things like spina bifida. So many different things that I see on a daily basis that I encounter. I want to, be able to get people out of these wheelchairs and be able to walk again. I want spinal, paralysis just to be just like a torn ACL. You go through the surgery, go through your rehab, and you're back on your feet walking again. I really believe that we will have the research and I have the platform, but it all comes from the people. We need the money and the funding to do it. And you guys can go to my website. It's called teamlegrand.org/join. And you can join my team for $52, which is the number that I wore in college. When I got drafted by the Buccaneers, I had that too, number 52, which was amazing. But you can join my team for $52. You get one of my foundation T-shirts, you get one of my foundation bracelets, and updates on all my progress and everything that I've been able to do. And it's to ultimately find a cure for paralysis, but in the meantime, help people with the quality of life. I get more therapies because a lot of people, they don't have as much therapy as I'm fortunate enough to do because of insurances, or help them in the beginning. Initially, when somebody gets hurt, how do you deal with the situation? We have a resource center that people can call into, things like that. So this is what my foundation is set up to do. But like I said, the main mission is to find a cure for paralysis. So I hope you guys will join and be a part of it. But that's a little bit of what I'm doing now. But as I said before, It's all about the positive energy, all the great people around you. When you see somebody in a chair, don't look at them as somebody, who's disabled. Go up to them and talk to them, because you never know what kind of situation that they're going through, that or even at their home situation. So help them positively and just be a part of them, learn more about them, because you never know how long or how much it can affect their life and what it may do for them going down the road. So I want to thank you guys again for having me here today, because it's just a great opportunity to share my message and help some of the other people out. And I hope you guys all believe in that I will walk again, and we will find this cure for paralysis and get so many people back up on their feet walking again. My main word is believe, and I hope you guys all believe in me, because I know one day it truly will happen. So thank you guys again for taking the time to listen.
Put it in his lap. Eric, we have a little piece of art for you to take home. Not that you would forget us, but that you have a place in our hearts, and hopefully this heart will demonstrate to you how we feel. And we also have one for you, Mayor Buckhorn. Get your exercise. Thank you very much for the support that you give our alliance here. Okay. Okay. Well, we're all fast talkers, like I said at the beginning, and we really just have a few closing remarks. I hope that you're enjoying your lunch. Please don't feel that you have to rush away, but for those on a time limit, we tried to stick to our hour. I think we're doing pretty well. I really do need to thank some people, though, in addition to Eric and his mother, for making the trip here. We have a wonderful planning committee that has just really worked hard to get this all together. First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Amerigroup, Molina, Ability, and Gary Wooden Associates. Thank you. We have the vendors that were outside. I hope you guys spent some time finding out about the agencies in our community that work with us. The Sunrise community, as Mayor Buckhorn mentioned, the Sunrise community is really a group of old friends that now have a new name. They provided the art from some of the adult special needs clients that they serve. Sunrise now is a group of private, not-for-profit organizations who provide disability support services throughout the southeastern United States. So I know that Ava Napoleon is here, and I believe someone else from Sunrise if you wanted to find out more about them too. Special thanks to Bill Weber and Ability for the use of the ramp. Is this not a class act? Thank you to Bill, and they've helped us with the ramp pretty much every year we've been doing this, so that's been great. The Planning Committee and the City of Tampa staff, they are on the back of your program, but I have to take the opportunity to thank Norm Mallory, Liz Mueller, Ben Ritter, Regina Simmons, Sandra Sroka, Alfred Wells, and Melinda Wheatley for all the work that they did with the awards and all of the other planning committees. And then Mr. Jake Slater's city staff, not once did I hear, I can't do this, I won't do this, or wait till later. Every time we came to them with a problem or a need, they said, what can I do to help? What can I do to get it done? And this is the beginning of their new fiscal year, so they were rolling over all of their accounts and setting up all this stuff, and they did their full-time jobs on top of it. So I want to thank Maritza Betancourt, Rebecca Cortez, Margarita Gonzalez, Deborah Hansen, Deborah Marshall, Marlene Regal, and of course Karen Sinrich, whom I hope you all got to meet. She is our city's disability rights coordinator, and we're really happy to have Karen on staff there. Go to the website. You will see amazing things that she has included on there. Lots of information about accessibility issues and locations. So thank you very much. You guys have a great Friday afternoon, a super weekend, and thank you so much for coming. See you all next year.